Rosario, good evening.
Good evening, Miss.
How are you?
Fine. And you? I have a little headache, but I think it's okay. And you?
Oh, that's terrible. I hope you feel better. Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm a little bit tired, but yes, everything was great. Thank you for asking.
What
So
was
today,
your solution, Miss?
oh yes, I had to. I don't know why. When I tried to join to Zoom, because I always leave my session out. So
Mhm.
then I tried to join, but I don't know. It appeared an announcement where it says that I'm not able to join because they want to check if my account was mine or something like that. So I had to get a Gmail, a message where it says the code. So I didn't get it. So yes, it was a problem. Yes, but now yes, I solved it. I don't know. Then I tried again and again and again, many times before to do it. I received the code to my Zoom from my cell phone. So yes, that was all because I guess they were checking if it was my account from other device. So yes, that was a problem. But the good part is that we solved it, because if we don't, yes, it's going. We had problems. We were in a big problem. So yes, right. So today is going to be our last class because it's the last hour, and so we're going to see you're going to take. This is going to be your final. How is it? Your final quiz. You're only going to take a quiz, okay? You're not going to have homework and then because everything is on the quiz. So yes, that will be okay. Even though because of your grades, okay, the final grade or your quiz was a problem, not the homework. Okay, so the homework is going to stay like that with the same grade. And yes, that will be okay. So we're going to try to see everything about this model, right? What is supposed to be the final test. And with it, you're going to be able tomorrow continue with the next course, okay, with your preparation, right?
Okay.
So, yes.
The coordinator didn't tell me anything, so it's supposed that tomorrow at what hour I have my preparation course, because as far as I know, it's in group, right? Or no?
Yes, I imagine that. Maybe she's going to text you because she's waiting for the final grade. That's the reason she didn't say nothing. Because of course you cannot continue with the course if your grade is not the appropriate one, But so please try to take a good score, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you.
Okay.
And so yes, tomorrow as it is only a quiz, you're not going to need too much time to do it. You're only going to have an hour to do it, to complete it, okay? So it's going to take you tomorrow an hour during the day, so then you're going to be available to do it. So I'm not sure if you're going to start tomorrow, but as I understand, that's what she told me. Okay, so this is going to be the how is it, the quiz? Okay, you're going to be the usage of which, the past and real conditional, the usage of be supposed to, and then you are going to take the present. I don't know why it appears this. The present and real conditional, past perfect continuous. We've seen this lesson. They should have. We've seen this lesson. And future continuous. That's what I guess we've seen this lesson, if I'm not wrong. For example, the usage of be going to and will. Oh, sorry, not will. Be going to. I am going to travel tomorrow for this reason, for example, right? So yes, even though it implies have we seen this lesson, future continuous?
No, Miss.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Yes, you're right. Then the object adjective clauses and passive modal, we've seen this lesson. And yes, this is an expansion. Okay, there is nothing new in this part. It's only an expansion of something that maybe we've seen in other book, in the other book. So yes, it's only a review. So there is nothing new in that part, right? So yes, we're going to start with the future continuous, okay? And my question here is, oh yes, I sent you a picture, right? Where it has it is well explained all the conditionals we have, okay? Because we have the two finals conditionals here, okay? The past and real conditional, the present and real conditional. So remember that we have 4 conditionals, right?
Okay.
So yes, everything is in the picture I sent you, right? So yes, as we've seen, and we accord, okay, that we are only going to see the grammar points, okay, you know, the main points of the how is it, of the clauses that we have, the tenses that we have. So that's what we're going to do, right? So we're going to start with the future continuous, right? It's not difficult, okay. In this model, okay, the only new that we have are the conditionals, right? Because then this is a combination, okay? I don't know if you remember the last class we've seen the perfect tenses, right? So we've seen the difference between the past perfect and then, so yes, that's basically what is this lesson talking about. This is a combination with a continuous, okay? Remember that we've seen the past continuous though. So yes, remember that if we have a continuous, we focus on the progress of the, we're going to focus, our attention goes on the action that is going to be in progress, in this case, in the future, okay? So
Okay.
notice that the structure is a kind of combination. So let's listen the first audio and let's start.
When this course is over, I'll be taking a short vacation. Will be taking is the future continuous. And today, we'll be looking at this form. Let's begin.
Okay, so let's see what we have. Right, when are we going to use the future continuous? Let's listen the first audio.
We use the future continuous to talk about something that will be in progress at a specific time in the future.
We'll be practicing this afternoon.
When we use the future continuous, we aren't interested in when the activity will start or end. It may start before or after the specific time mentioned.
Okay, so we're going to use the future continuous. We know if we have the future, you know, it's something that is not going to happen right now, for example, right? There is no limited of time of the future. No hay un tiempo limitado de cuándo es futuro, ok? Entonces puede ser en 5 minutos igual ser futuro, right? Or it can be in, I don't know, in 2 weeks and it is still being the future time clause, okay? So for that, we have to give maybe an explanation, a short phrase where you have to identify or you have to let others know when is going to take place, okay? Or when this action is going to take place in the future, okay? For example, we have this afternoon, okay? So it is future, okay, and it is soon, okay? It is soon to happen. For example, we are, I don't know, at 10 a.m., okay? But this afternoon, 2 hours for it. So as you can see, it refers, it is still talking about the future time tense. We're going to use this time tense to talk about something that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. This is something interesting because of the structure we'll be practicing, okay? So we're still using the characteristic of the continuous, okay? Is that the ing, okay? And if I say, I will be dancing the next week because I have a party. So my action is that my attention, okay, goes to the verb dance, dancing, okay? So this is what I want to talk about. This is what I want to say. I want to focus that I will be dancing, I don't know, for 2 hours, 3 hours, okay? But it is going to be this weekend, okay? So this action is going to be in progress, okay? Okay, in progress at some point in the future. right? So when we use the future continuous, okay, this is important. We are not interested in when the activity will start or end. Ok, nuevamente, cuando tengamos futuro, perdón, cuando tengamos continuo, lo único lo único en lo que nos basamos, nuestra atención va en la acción que va a estar en progreso. Sea en pasado, que estuvo en progreso, en futuro, que estará en progreso, que va a estar en progreso. Por tal motivo, no estamos interesados cuándo va a empezar o cuándo va a terminar. Lo que sí podemos dar es tal vez un periodo de tiempo aproximado, no siempre es preciso, aproximado de cuándo va a suceder esta acción. Mi atención principal va al verbo en ing. Lo mismo sucede con todos los continuos, ¿ok? Cuando todo depende de nuestro enfoque. Me quiero enfocar en la acción que va a estar en progreso o solamente en la acción. ¿En qué me quiero enfocar? So, when we have the continuous form, the attention goes there to the ing, okay? So, so notice this, in the timeline we have, we'll be practicing this afternoon, okay? So I don't know at what time we're going to start, maybe at 3 till 6 p.m. I don't know, but the interesting part, okay, is that the action is going to be in progress at some point in the future. Do you get it?
Yes, Miss, I get it, but it's only for the will before. So I mean that we are practicing this afternoon, is correct? We are going to be practicing this afternoon. Is it correct?
Yes, we are going to be practicing. That's the correct form. Okay, that's the correct form.
So it's supposed that it doesn't matter if I use will be or are be going to?
Yes, because if we only have as we have the ing, and this is something that happens in a frequently way. We don't care really. We really don't care. Maybe if this is going to be for that, and this because we've learned that the usage of will and be going to, okay. But in this case, no. The only thing that it's important for us is the ing form. So if you prefer maybe to use, or if you prefer, okay, using the the will, okay, the auxiliary will, or if you prefer to use the be going to, both are okay. There is no problem, okay, because the action goes to the progress action, okay. So yes, both are okay. There is no difference in meaning.
Okay, Miss. Thanks.
Do you get it?
Yes, I get it. Because when we use only the future with be going to and will be only future, not progressive, there is some difference, because right?
Yes, for
use,
sure. It's not the same.
but
for example, I will dance, for example, and I am going to dance.
yes.
First of all, the structure, okay, for will and for be going to is the structure. Second, the usage of will. Okay, we actually use, we currently use will for promises that we have, things that we decide at the moment of speaking English, for example. Okay.
Will
So, yes.
is more for not plannings, not planning.
Yes.
It's more spontaneous events, right?
Yes, at the moment you speak, right?
Okay. Yes.
We
Yes.
speak, if you decide something at the moment, will. In that case, yes, you have to take care. Cuando solamente utilizamos will or be going to, okay? Solamente nos debemos, en esta parte, es decir, no es lo mismo que yo diga will dance que I am going to dance, for example, okay? Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado cuando no implican la forma continua. Ok, en ese caso sí hay una diferencia en significado, right? Because we don't have the ing. Okay, so if you're going to use the future, okay, by itself, okay, so yes, you have to take care in that part. Will is for things that are things that we don't plan. In the other hand, be going to is more planned. Do you get it?
Yes, Miss, I get it. Thanks.
Okay, so again, we're going to talk about the non-action verbs. Let's listen.
Remember, we usually don't use continuous forms with non-action verbs.
Okay. We know that it depends, right? Sabemos que esto depende de si el verbo implica movimiento o no, right? Porque claro, el verbo have tiene varios significados. Entre estos está have de tener, de poseer, ¿ok? Y el otro puede ser entendido de have no sé, tener alguna cena tal vez, ¿ok? Donde sí implica movimiento. So we have it means the owner, ¿ok? To own something, the possession. Yes, that's the other meaning of have. For example, the possession of right now is that cell phone is mine, okay? But if I say I am having dinner tonight, so yes, I can do it because it implies body movement, okay? So it depends. It depends on the context. It depends if it implies an action or not. For example, in this case, Dean will be having a headache tomorrow. First of all, there is no sense in this meaning. You are not going to planify to have a headache, right?
But in
So
the case, for example, I don't know, I imagine in a case when a doctor says that because I don't know, for that parameters, he knows that Dean will be have some symptom or of something. Is it correct?
no, not really. Even though whatever, even if it's
Miss, I can't hear you.
hello, can you listen to me?
Yes, now yes.
Okay, that's cool. I don't know what happened with the microphone. Right. So as I was saying, even if it will be the case. Oh, give me a second, please.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, so yes, now it's better. Right. As I was saying, even if it's the case, right, there is no way to say you will be having a headache tomorrow, for example. Okay, the correct one would be you will have a headache, maybe because of the pill, because there are consequences of that. Okay, are secondary effects of that. So yes, but there is no way. Okay, why? Because the verb doesn't imply any action. Okay, the verb it's similar to the verb know. Okay, I'm not going to say I'm knowing. No, if you say I know, this is a verb that expresses a thought. Okay, so there is no way to have a movement, a body movement, you know. So yes, for that reason, no, we cannot. Okay. In this case, the verb have, okay, is working as a possession. Okay. So there is no way. Okay, the only way maybe you can use the ing, okay, with the verb have. It is if the verb implies an action, okay, a body movement, no other things, no other movements. Okay.
Okay, but we accord that for example, Dean will be having a headache tomorrow is incorrect, but in continuous in future is correct. Like Dean will have a headache tomorrow. Is it correct?
Yes, for sure, for sure. There is no problem. Okay, you can also say. Cuando no se puede poner la forma del verbo, vamos a observar, por ejemplo, si quiero decir, no sé, I will have, okay. Y por ejemplo, si quisieras conjugar con el having, no hay manera, entonces lo que se hace es poner a la forma simple del verbo, es decir, ¿cuál sería su forma simple? Quedarse con have, ¿ok? Entonces eso sucede con todos los continuos. No, independientemente del, por ejemplo, si es pasado, ok, I was driving, ok. Oh no, perdón, driving no es un verbo. I don't know, I was having, ok, vamos a tomar el mismo verbo. I was having, ok. I was having a headache, for example. Headache. Esta oración, por ejemplo, está incorrecta porque no implica acción, ok, no implica movimiento. Entonces, ¿qué se hace? ¿Cuál crees que puede ser la mejor respuesta? How could you change this sentence in the simple form?
I had a headache.
Yes, that's all. Okay, that's all. So what we do, okay, if we need the verb, okay, you know, if you really need a verb, the one option is changed by other verbs, okay, because we have synonyms and the other one is put it in the simple form, okay, simple form of the tense, okay. So as you said, that will be the correct one. I had a headache, okay. Because I cannot use have in this case, in that case, because it doesn't imply any body movement. So I change into the simple form. Okay, simple past form. So that's what you're going to do. Okay, the verb we cannot conjugate. Okay. For example, I'm going to do it with the verb know. I will know, knowing. Okay, that's incorrect. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the form, oh, sorry, I forgot the be. I will be knowing. That's incorrect. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to raise the be, I'm going to raise the ing, and I'm going to take it into the base form, into the simple form of the tense. Okay,
Okay.
do you get it?
Yes, I get it. But it's not
Okay.
really useful to the tense, right? It's more like I don't know, if you tell a history, probably. I don't know other use in that tense.
Oh, if you're well, if we want to, for example, I want to tell you what happened to me yesterday. What we actually do is we relate it in simple present, ¿ok? Es más que cuando, por ejemplo, ya sucedió algo y si quieres contar alguna historia y demás, lo que generalmente se hace, pese a que la historia ya haya sucedido, es relatarla en presente simple. Es lo que, para darle un poco más de enfoque, ¿ok? Entonces lo que generalmente se hace, por eso hay algunas historias que puedes saber ya, incluso si te vas a ir a las historias de, no sé, no sé, por ejemplo, algunas novelas, algunos cuentos, hay algunos que se relatan en presente, incluso en las novelas que se encuentran en Wikipedia, están relatadas en presente porque es para darle un poco más de drama, de énfasis. Entonces, si ya sucedió, no tiene nada de malo. De hecho, es algo que se hace comúnmente. Right? So yes, that's the way that maybe you should do, okay, if you feel comfortable with it. But no, it's not going to change anything. You know, the context, if you mean maybe if the context is going to change, no, the context stays like that, right? There is no way to assume or to understand what you're going to say in other way, you know? So yes, that's an exception with the non-action verbs, yes. Doesn't matter if you cannot conjugate in the ing form because it is being, okay, it is going to be a good, he is sorry, okay, so yes, we're going to continue with that.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes, miss, I get it. Thanks.
Okay, don't worry. And we're going to continue with the next part. Okay, let's see what is the structure. Oh, I want to check something. Yes. We also have the be going to. Okay, you are going to see this is what you asked about. So we are going to check.
We form the future continuous with will be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. We often use contractions with this form.
She'll be waiting for you. Dean won't be playing in the next game.
Okay, we're going to see the usage of will. We are going to use will. Okay, you know that we can use contractions or not. It's up to us. Okay. We know that contractions are for informal English. On the other hand, we have the not contracted way. Okay, that is a little bit more formal. Okay, so the structure, okay, for sure is the subject. Okay, we know that will is a verb that is working as a supporting verb, as an auxiliary verb, as a helping verb. Okay, so for that reason, it works with the base form of the verb. Okay. No, we're not going to take it right now. Okay, so it is going to work like that. Okay, will be. There is no way to touch this. Okay, there is no way to conjugate the be. No, right? Maybe the only thing you can do is the contracted form. Use the contracted form, maybe with the negatives. Okay, if it requires. So we have she will, she won't. Okay, or she will, she'll, okay, she'll, I'll, they'll, okay, they'll be waiting, I'll be waiting, okay. So yes, there is no problem. If you want to use contractions, go ahead. We're not going to move this, okay. This is something that is going to stay in whatever context, okay. It's part of the structure, okay. Then we're going to continue with the base form of the verb, but adding the ing form, okay. And the period, and that's all. She'll be waiting for you, okay? So notice the context, okay? My attention goes to the verb wait. So it means that I'm going to be waiting for a long time, for example, okay? But again, my attention goes to the action that is going to be in progress in the future, okay? Not at what time, since what, until what time, no. We are not interested in that, okay? So notice this part, we are using the negative subject, the contraction, okay, the negative one, or you can also say the will not. It's common to say won't. The verb that I'm not going to touch, the verb in its base form plus the ing. My attention again goes to the verb, okay? So let's see the context. Dean won't be playing, okay? The attention goes to the verb playing, okay? So in this case, we're trying to show the opposite, okay? He won't be playing. So do you get it? Is there any question about the structure?
No, miss, it's okay.
Right, let's
But
continue.
one thing more. In the last part, in the example, for example, Dean won't be playing the next game. The translate is Dean no estará jugando en el siguiente juego. Estará jugando. That's the translate.
The translation, okay. Translate es, si decimos translate es verbo, pero queremos traducción, entonces es translation, ok, como
Okay.
nombre y como verbo.
Okay.
Sí, no va a estar jugando, no va a estar, no, mentira. Dean won't be playing. No jugará, no estará jugando. Sí, Dean no estará jugando, ok. Pese a que también puede ser traducido como no jugará, ok.
Yes,
Pero el más cercano es no estará jugando.
But it's supposed that no jugará, it's like Dean won't play
Yeah.
in the next game, right? It's like
Yes,
this.
there is no problem. But if you I don't know how could be the translation for this be. Yes, vamos a dejarlo en no estará jugando porque acá no tenemos el estará. Ok, pero si tal vez hacemos ¿cómo se puede decir? Si agarramos el won't, porque claramente el will, ok, es como aumentarle este futuro, estará, jugará, nadará, mirará, cocinará, ok, era, o no sé en qué otras terminaciones más se puede entender, o dependiendo del verbo, por supuesto. sería el will, ¿ok? Entonces, en este caso, si tal vez podemos juntar el won't be, sí, podría ser. No estará jugando, ¿ok? No estará jugando. Porque claro, si solamente utilizo el will, sería, no sé, Dean will jugará o no jugará, ¿ok? Pero acá el be es importante, entonces podríamos decir que la más cercana, ¿ok? Es Dean no estará jugando el próximo juego. Esa es la más cercana,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
So
Thank
yes, if we're only going to use will, the B is going to be eliminated. Mhm. So, okay, I've never thought what could be maybe the best translation for this.
you.
So we sometimes, and that's the way I learned. It was because I was not always trying to get for example, what is the meaning of this? As I don't know, maybe recently, okay, I just learned what was the meaning of be supposed to. I didn't know what was the meaning, but I knew the reference. So yes, then I said, oh my goodness, how is it this? How can I say this in Spanish? And then I found my mistake. So sometimes we try to understand it instead of translate because it is difficult. It doesn't look, but when we translate it, it's a hard work.
Yes.
Yes. We don't have the same structure sometimes. Okay, so yes, for example, that's maybe I don't like when people, for example, say, how is it? What is the translation of this? Because it's difficult. You try to do it, or you try to keep the original meaning of the translation. So I guess that's the difficult part. And it's going to happen to you. You know how to, you know what the phrase or the article
I can hear you.
says, but oh, sorry. Okay, can you listen to me?
Now, yes, but only I only hear I don't like.
Oh, okay. Maybe I don't know what's going on. I changed the microphone. I don't know what's going on. Well, as I was saying, it's for example, that's something that is going to happen to you if you have for example, an article and you have something, I don't know, whatever it is in English, then if you're going to translate, you're going to try it. You're not going to get it, but even though you're going to understand what the text says, for example. So yes, ese es un problema tal vez frecuente, que cuando leemos algo que tal vez en inglés entendemos bien, todo perfecto, pero y luego queremos traducir, entonces ya hay un problema. Es un poco complicado traducir en ambos idiomas, right? So yes, so maybe we're going to try to understand instead. It's more easy, right? So yes, let's continue. Can you listen to me?
Me, I can hear you.
Oh my
Me?
goodness. No. Can you listen to me?
Yes, now yes.
Oh, okay, I don't know what's going on. Well, let's continue. Okay, let's continue with point number 4.
Okay.
Could you please read it?
Okay. We can also form the future continuous with be going to plus be plus the base form of the verb plus ing. The meaning is the same. Nick will be playing in the next game, or Nick is going to be playing in the next game. Remember, in conversation and informal writing, we usually use constructions with be going to. He's going to be playing in the next game. He isn't going to be sitting the game out.
Okay, so with be going to, okay, we're going to use the same structure. We know that the be, as we are talking in future, okay, so we have 3 different ways. Can you please help me with this?
I don't get it. What?
What are the 3 forms of the verb to be?
Okay, the 3 forms.
Yes,
Um,
future.
is art or what?
Okay.
What?
Yes, yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Don't get confused with the verb to be. Don't get confused. We have the verb is, am, or am is are. So, okay.
Okay.
Para que te pueda servir, ok, el verbo to be significa nuevamente ser o estar, right? Dependiendo del contexto, voy a identificar cuál de los dos significa. Then, para el pasado tenemos el verbo to be, que es was y were. Sin embargo, para lo que es presente y futuro se maneja la misma estructura, que es am, is, are. Entonces, esto aplica para presente, I am working right now, y aplica para futuro, I am going to work, for example. Okay?
Okay.
Right,
Yes,
let's continue. So we're going to see that both examples are the same. Okay, can you listen to me?
Yes, miss.
Okay, as I mentioned before, and this is what you asked before.
Mhm.
When we have the ing, okay, it doesn't matter if you use will or be going to, okay, because the attention is the same, okay, the attention it is still working on the verb on the ing form, so this is not going to change the verb, neither this. So yes, we're going to continue with the same meaning, okay? So for example, we have Nick will be playing in the next game. Will be. Okay, so the difference is that this is a little bit more large. So for example, we have Nick is going to be. Okay, so notice that we are still using the be. Okay, so this is something that we are not going to touch. Okay, we are not going to touch. So this, yes, I can change. Oh, this I cannot change. But then I'm going to continue with the verb. Nick is going to be watching, Nick is going to be eating, Nick is going to be traveling, you know. So in conversation and informal writing, we usually use contractions with be going to. He's going to be playing, he's going to be sitting, okay? So yes, the meaning is the same, okay? Even in, we can also translate this, okay, as the same way, okay? So there is no problem. There is no specific meaning, for example, or there is no difference between these two future time tenses. So you can use both, you can use be going to, or if you feel comfortable, you can only use will, okay? So there is no problem. Again, the purpose of this is that our attention, okay, goes to the action that is going to be in progress at some point in the future. Okay?
Okay.
Right. Is there any question until this part?
No, miss. I have a question in the translation of the last sentence. He isn't going to be sitting the game out. Él no va a estar
Maybe
sentado.
the question is what is the meaning of sitting out?
Sitting and more the game out.
Oh, this is a phrasal verb.
Sitting out.
Okay. Yes, sitting out. Sitting out
Okay.
is a phrasal verb. This is a phrasal verb, a separable phrasal verb. Okay, so I can say he isn't going to be sitting out the game, or he isn't going to be sitting the game out.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's
So
the
it is
meaning.
like the meaning of sitting out is like not to play.
Okay.
Okay,
It's
so
like estar en la banca.
yes, could be, right? Like
Okay.
not to play. In other words, he's not going to play. Okay, he isn't going to be sitting the game out. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, or as we, well, the original, how is it? The original phrasal verb, okay, sit out. Okay, why? In this case, we're using the ing, you know? this is the phrasal verb. So in this case, as we are following the structure, okay? So yes, that could be the original phrasal verb. It's sit out, okay? And yes, it means like he's okay. The other meaning, we have other meaning for this phrasal verb. Sit out is like I don't know. I don't know. So maybe it could be to remind, seated, or sitting during, or take no part of something. Okay, like not being part of something. You know? Do you get it?
Okay. Yes. Okay. It's supposed that it's not only in
Like
the in a
unwelcome?
game context.
Yes, yes. You can also. It's more frequently to use this in talking about games and then, but it means like unwelcome. Okay.
Okay.
So yes, that could be. So yes, that will be. Okay, do you get it?
Yes, Miss, I get it.
All right. So yes, that will be. That will be. Okay, so as you can see, we have phrasal verbs. We use many phrasal verbs. Okay, so now we're going to continue. Okay, with okay, we've seen the passive modals, right? And we actually finished the lesson, right? But maybe we can see, what else can we see? Did you have any problem with the conditionals, Rosario?
Oh, well, we've only seen the third conditional and the second conditional, I think, right? Only two conditional.
Yes, in this lesson, no, in this lesson we've seen the present and real conditional and the past and real conditional, the two conditionals that we have rest.
The second and the third, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
For example, if I hadn't become an English teacher, I would have continued being an actor. If I had been lucky, I might have been in a movie. Okay. So that's the last conditional we have. El último condicional es como el que es imposible de que algo pase. Right? Por eso se conocen los dos primeros condicionales. We're going to review. Give me a second.
Okay. I resend the image. Okay.
Oh yes, that one. That's the how is it?
The picture?
The picture I sent you. Okay. So notice that we have in the picture I sent you, bueno, la primer condicional, ok, es el básico, es para hechos, ok. Se dice que la primera y la segunda condición, el primer y el segundo condicional son para hechos que pueden ser posibles. Ya a partir del segundo condicional es algo hipotético, ya por último el cuarto condicional es algo que es casi imposible de que suceda, tal vez. Okay, so yes, that will be. Do you have any question in these conditionals, maybe?
No, I don't have questions about the structure, but I think that, for example, conditionals, it's more like a memory, right? You have to practice.
Yes. Yes, because there is no other way, you know. Even if we know, for example, more than that, something like, for example, a plus, okay, is that you have to identify the situation, if it's unreal, okay, if it's a fact, for example, you know. So yes, that's the key. So then you're going to remember. Y claro, otra cosa es que el primer condicional es tiene la estructura más fácil. El segundo también no es complicada. El tercero ya es un poquito más complicada en cuanto a la estructura, y el cuarto ya es un poco más larga. Right? Entonces el último ya es como que imposible. Entonces, para que te puedas guiar, siempre tienes que tratar de agarrar temas. En cada tema tratar de agarrarte un ejemplo para que tú lo puedas guardar o memorizar y decir, ah, ya esto es tal y eso es tal. Entonces, algo de guía, incluso en la pronunciación, ¿ok? en el uso de never, yet y demás, already, I have already, esta entonación que yo hago, I have already done, for example, es una manera de que puedas grabar en qué parte va la entonación, para que puedas ubicar dónde va los enfatizadores, tal vez. Right, so yes, that's going to help you. And what else? Did you check how is it, the book I recommend you?
Yes, miss, I printed. I will review it.
Amazing.
So as I told you, I have that
Yes,
the
the
PA
only,
provides me
the only,
the book, and I had in that moment I what is the word? I did a summaries about all the topics. So I tried to review the two materials because I have the summaries, my summaries. So yes, I tried to practice on them. I printed other book, but that I see I saw in a YouTube. But I don't know if you recommend me. It's Cracking the TOEFL IBT.
yes, if it's from the IBT, it's going to help you, right? There is other web. Where is I don't remember the name since the last class. Okay, there are short videos, but no, they don't explain the lessons. For example, today we're going to talk about the usage of past and real conditional. No, they give you in for example, specific topics, you know. So yes, that's a problem maybe. So yes, but the only thing, the completed one is the how is it, the grammar book I recommend you, because that's what it helps me, right? So
Yes.
yes, what else?
But what can I do? Because I really identify the tenses or something like that. But I think that it's more a lack of practice. I'm not really sure because I identify, and if I read an article, I'm able to understand a 90%. But for example, when I try to combine all of them, it's the problem, because to identify, I think that it's other level of English.
No, not really. Not really. You know what is the problem is that, and this is I think it's the most difficult part, is that you have to think in English. Uh, and I recognize it in other, as you know, I also speak French, and I also speak Quechua. So what I did at the moment, I'm going to start, and that's all something that all the teachers recommend. Think in the language you're going to speak, because even though, right, something that happens is that the students, they have an idea, the idea goes through the mind, and then they translate the phrase. So it's very difficult if you think in Spanish and then you want to translate into to whatever language, okay, in English. You're not going to do it. It's difficult. No, it's the worst way. So the best thing is that think in English, right? I know it's like just like that. You only have to think in English, but it's difficult, right? It's practice, right? So from this moment, you're going to forget that you have words in Spanish, right? So then you're going to, of course, there are some moments where you're going to say, what was this? And it's okay, it's okay. But the most of the time, the 95% of the time you spend speaking English. So you need to directly think on it, think on the language, because if you're going to translate, the idea, oh, I want to say this, how can I say this into this language? So no, it's going to be a disaster, and it's not going to be well structured, for example. Okay, And so, yes, that could be the best tip I can give you. Then because the grammar, you know how to do it, right? You know how you have all the material, you have all there, so the only thing that maybe you need is the practice. Okay, so try to practice and continue practicing because it's not easy. Try to take this what I gave you. Okay, so yes, that will be okay. Do you get it?
Yes, Miss, I get it. So I try to repeat. That's why I printed the book, to repeat all the exercises in the
Yes.
book. But that's the problem because it's like I don't know, one topic the future, and that then it's the exercises. So I'm fresh in that moment. I learn the future and I do it without problems. But if you give me, for example, that test, when I have to choose all the tenses, in my opinion, and in my up to me, it's really difficult because I have
Maybe.
a lot of doubts in why is the best option. Like I told you, as I told you moments ago, for example, the translation of the use of estará jugando, no estará jugando, no jugó, o no va a jugar. That's the really same sense. So I really have doubts in that part. So it's like
Bueno,
in the two cases, I express the same, I think. So what's the best
yes.
option? I think that's the part,
Algo
the tricky part.
ok, bueno, esa es una muy buena observación. Y sabes qué pasa entre estos tiempos, en realidad todos los tiempos verbales, hablando de los continuos específicamente, ok, se basa en lo que es el enfoque, en qué te quieres enfocar, por ejemplo, right? Vamos a poner un ejemplo que es algo muy frecuente, es el presente perfecto. Entonces, la estructura sabemos cómo es, ¿ok? Es muy, por ejemplo, sabemos que existe una conexión entre el pasado y el presente, ¿ok? Con el perfecto. Utilizamos el presente perfecto especialmente para decir que un evento finalizado está, o que está finalizado de alguna manera, ¿ok? Conectado con el presente. Entonces, esta aplicación resulta bastante difícil de digerir. En muchas situaciones, la estructura no tiene relación con el verbo en sí, sino con los efectos que aún se sienten en el presente. Sin embargo, esta estructura más bien nos indica que estamos pensando en el pasado y en el presente al mismo tiempo. Por ejemplo, si yo voy a decir, I have broken my leg, ¿ok? Quiere decir que my leg is broken, for example, ¿ok? Entonces hay una cierta conexión. Entonces, todo esto de los tiempos verbales sí es un poquito complicado. Sin embargo, todo es el enfoque que le vamos a dar, ¿ok? Por eso es que tenemos igual ciertas palabras que nos ayudan a identificar algunos tiempos, algunas características de cada tiempo verbal, right? So yes, maybe the problem here is that, I don't know if it's okay. No sé, la verdad, siempre se ha recomendado no traducir y todo esto de, por ejemplo, hace un momento habíamos dado un ejemplo, jugará o va a jugar, va a estar jugando. Entonces, todo esto nace a partir del querer traducir. Porque claro, en nuestro idioma es lo mismo. Si tú dices, tal vez vas a escuchar a la gente hablar sin darte cuenta, vas a ver que ellos utilizan por ejemplo, no dicen qué dijiste, qué sería lo apropiado, sería qué has dicho, ¿ok? O qué vas a estar haciendo, o qué vas a hacer, qué harás. Entonces, claro, en nuestro contexto suena lo mismo. Estas tres oraciones, esos tres ejemplos que te acabo de dar, básicamente suenan lo mismo para nosotros. Entonces, no hay diferencia alguna si yo utilizo qué has dicho o qué dijiste, ¿ok? Porque así lo hemos aprendido lastimosamente, sin embargo está mal utilizado. Entonces es lo que tal vez hay un choque cultural que siempre sucede. Por eso es que todos estos problemas de querer entender y esto y el por qué nace de traducir, de querer traducir. Y es por eso que se recomienda no traducir, justamente por esto, por el choque que existe. No hace mucho, igual uno de los estudiantes estábamos hablando y dialogábamos en clase y claro, me dice, ¿cómo se dice esto? Y cuál era el problema, que sabía cómo decirlo en inglés, pero no en español. ¿No? Entonces hay muchas curiosidades acerca del aprender, pero lo que te puedo recomendar es que no traduzcas. Olvídate de la traducción. Yo sé que a veces tal vez vas a querer traducir algunas partes y está bien, para ayuda, solamente para ayuda. No como, más bien no como ayuda, sino como un refuerzo, ¿ok? Entonces lo importante es entender, ¿ok? Entender y directamente pensar. Por eso se dice que hay que pensar en inglés, porque cuando tú traduces, tu cerebro no va a traducir de la misma manera. Claro, se traduce por necesidad, a veces porque te piden y todo eso. eh, Sin embargo, hasta para poder traducir hay que estudiar, no podemos traducir así de la nada, ¿ok? De hecho, sí, claro, se aprende eso, ¿ok? Entonces, yo tengo colegas que son traductores y estudian, se lleva específicamente, hay un semestre que se dedica a cómo poder traducir, ¿ok? Entonces, y sucede con todos los idiomas, ¿ok? Entonces, lo que a mí me ayuda bastante es no traducir, tratar de entender, porque cuando traducimos te vas a dar cuenta que quieres decir algo, pero no sabes cómo, y básicamente lo que me acabas de mencionar es algo tan frecuente, el hecho de,
Okay.
de decir, va a estar jugando, es lo mismo. Y claro, tal vez aparenta ser lo mismo, pero el enfoque es diferente, ¿ok? Entonces, cuando yo digo va a estar jugando, mi atención va a ir al jugando, que va a tomar cierto periodo de tiempo. Entonces mi atención va a esta acción que va a estar en progreso. Y sucede con los continuos. Esa es una característica de los continuos. Por eso yo digo jugará, ni siquiera estoy queriendo saber cuánto tiempo va a jugar, solo sé que va a jugar y ya. ¿Entiendes? Entonces, más que todo, esto de no poder entender tal vez es el enfoque, al enfoque que vas a dar a alguna oración. Entonces, sucede con bastante frecuencia. Por eso se recomienda no traducir, ¿ok?
Ujú.
Entonces, de esta manera piensas en inglés. No es fácil. De hecho, creo que es una de las cosas más difíciles. Y sucede con cualquier otro idioma. Ujú. Por ejemplo, yo cuando voy a hablar, eh, no sé, cuando estoy en clases, estuve en clases de francés, digamos, siempre me reñían los profesores, los docentes me reñían y me decían, ¿por qué no traduzcas? Y entonces ese sí un problema. Entonces, a raíz de que he dejado y ahí descubrí que, claro, para poder hablar cualquier idioma es pensar en el idioma. Suena tal vez extraño, pero se aprende. Lastimosamente no hay cómo puedas tú decirle a tu cerebro, ya a partir de ahora hablamos por inglés. Pasas por un proceso. Entonces, ¿qué te va a ayudar en este proceso? Primero que nada, no traducir. Segundo, más vocabulario. Tercero, la gramática. Ok, entonces con estos tres ya, porque ya sabes la gramática, eso es lo que no, a veces es un poquito complicado, que ya sabemos la gramática, sabemos todo y ahora, ¿cómo vamos a hablar?
What's next?
Entonces, sí, exacto. Entonces ya sabemos todo y cuando sucede, es muy común, no te preocupes, solo que lo que te va a ayudar a mejorar es pensar en el idioma, no olvídate de que en castellano tenemos más tiempos verbales, no, es más simple el inglés de verdad, que es mucho más simple que el castellano, porque en inglés tenemos solamente 15 tiempos verbales, 15, 14 tiempos verbales. Sin embargo, en castellano tenemos más y eso que no utilizamos bien,
Yeah.
utilizamos más. Entonces, sí, no, por eso es que tal vez existe esto de que es lo mismo. Y la verdad es de que no es lo mismo, porque claro, nosotros, y te vas a dar cuenta, vas a observar a tu alrededor, a quienes hablan, utilizan mayormente el pluscuamperfecto, que es que, ¿qué has dicho? ¿Qué has estado haciendo? ¿Ok? Entonces, dependiendo del contexto, podemos decir, está mal utilizado este tiempo verbal, entonces ya un poquito más críticos nos volvemos, ¿no? Entonces, eso te va a ayudar. So try to think in English. That's the key. If you're going to translate, you're going to feel terrible, frustrated, and no, that's not the point of, because you have to think this. I have all the material, I have everything. The only thing that you need is think in English, right? Because you have the grammar, you learned, okay? So that you have everything in your hands. So the only thing you need is keep practicing, okay? In that, and I had one student. We only took 2 classes because the student was. So she said no, but if I grew up here in the U.S. and then so I know how to speak, but in the grammar, my goodness, her grammar was everything, everything, but it was not grammar. So
Okay.
it's not changed. So yes, so that's a problem, For that, it's important first of all learn the grammar part, because if you of course listen some songs, movies, you watch movies, podcasts, whatever that you feel comfortable with, because each person has their own way to learn, and that's okay. So the best tip that I can give you is don't translate and think, and it is linked with the second one, is that think in English. Okay, so since this moment, I'm going to think in English, I'm not going to translate, and you're going to see how is our brain, how smart is it, that I guess the brain knows how to structure it. I don't know how it is, but it's amazing, right? So please continue practicing. Okay, if you have any question about the grammar or whatever it is, you just can ask me. Okay, so I'm going to assign the homework, I mean the quiz. And at what time are you available tomorrow to complete the quiz? Sorry, maybe at
I think at morning could be, because I have classes at afternoon and night.
oh,
Yes, I think it's
okay,
in the
that's
morning.
that's amazing. Yes, please do it until the whole morning. Okay, you're not going to have the enable timer. So yes, but you're going to have only tomorrow to complete, okay? Because I need to transfer the grade. And I'm only going to assign you, okay, the quiz, what is about the whole module, okay, the final module where you have mm, the the lowest grade. So we're going to modify it, okay? So as soon as you finish your quiz, let me know. So I'm going to check it and I'm going to transfer the grades and I'm going to let you know what was your final grade, and then you're going to complete with the how is it with the oh my goodness,
Schedule?
yeah, with the class, okay,
Okay, miss.
right, that's great. So do you have any question?
No, miss. Please let me know if the class, because I don't know if the times are coordinated with my time, so I was worried about that. I don't know how
Oh,
it works at
about
work.
the schedule, I don't know at what time, I don't know, because as I told you, I'm not going to be your teacher now, so you're
Yeah.
going to have other ones. So maybe the coordinator, I'm going to talk with her tomorrow morning. So I'm going to ask her at what time maybe it's going to be the class, because I don't know if it's in groups, okay, if the class is in group. So yes, but even though, no, it's better if you join, because if you're going to see only the class recorded, you're not going to take advantage of the class.
Yes.
So yes, I'm going to ask her, okay,
Mhm.
and let me know. I'm going to let you know what she says, okay.
Okay. Thanks, Miss.
Right. Thank you, Rosario. So it was a pleasure. Okay. So whatever thing you need, just let me know. Okay. I'm going to launch the pool.
Okay.
Once it's done, let me know if you have any question, and then just ask me. Okay. You have the DM there, and yes, that will be everything. Thank you
Okay,
for your
yeah.
attention.
I just finished the pool.
Okay, give me a second. All right, that's cool. So thank you, Rosario. If you have any other question, just let me know, okay?
Okay. Thanks, Miss.
Thank
It was
you,
a pleasure
Rosario.
too.
It was a pleasure too. So please keep practicing. Please keep doing. You're really smart. I know because you're very curious. You're a curious girl, so that's amazing. Because as you have questions, you want to solve it. So that's amazing. That's the way. That's a way I want all my students. So that's amazing, right? So please keep practicing, and you're going to do it well. So you just have to trust on you. Okay.
Okay, Miss. Thanks. Good night.
Thanks, Rosario. Good night.